following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Welcome back to the Defy Life Podcast, powered by the Defy Life Podcast Network. You can listen to us anywhere your favorite podcasts are available. As always, we encourage you to follow, subscribe, like, and drop us a comment whenever you listen. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Go Defy Life. The Defy Life Podcast is sponsored by our friends at Bud Bottle, home of the Bud Bottle and the Bud Freshener. Please visit budbottles.com for your odor eliminating needs. This is episode 81 of the Defy Life Podcast. I'm your host, Gerald, joined as always by my wonderful co-hosts, Thomas Stevens, Keyonne Small, Gerald Hedrick, Alvin. How's it going today, Tom?
It's going very well, very well. What's popping, guys? How are you?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. A little bit of a late start tonight. We're going to test our metal. Keyonne, how's it going today, man?
Wonderful. Everything is great. Getting cool. Weather changing.
Good. You over there building trucks, not giving them.
Yeah, man. Tractors.
No doubt. How old is the little man?
4. It's turned 4.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. You started the countdown now. 14 years till you out of your house.
I ain't ready yet.
I'm saying he only 4. He shouldn't be ready.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, man. Gerald, what's up, man?
When he's out the house, I'll be closer to the graveyard. But anyway, I'll go ahead. I'm going to slow down.
That's how you look at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at it, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, sheesh. Wow.
Yeah.
Golly.
Oh, man. Gerald, what up, man?
Hey, man, I'm trying to be one more day out the grave. Keyonne trying to put us all one more day in the grave.
Really?
I'm well, man. I'm blessed to see another day, man. I'm excited to be back with the team, kicking it with the Defy Life listeners, man. You all already know it's 2 for Tuesday. We about to get into it.
No doubt. Al, what's good?
Man, what's the deal, man? It's good to be back. Missed last week, but it's just good to be back on the show. You know, like my man said, miss y'all, miss this show, and looking forward to it. Started my coaching today, had my first practice, so coming back a little excited, seeing the boys and shit. So yeah, it's good to be here.
Got a Mari Cooper. Right. Got some things to be happy about right now, huh?
We're gonna jump in all the trades. Yeah, man. Anybody that's out there, if there are any technical difficulties, we apologize about this. Maybe a bit of an abbreviated show tonight. We're getting almost an hour and a half late start, thanks to me. So if you really enjoy listening to us, we apologize. And if you enjoy listening to us usually for about 3 hours, we apologize. I don't know if it's going to go that long tonight, but we're going to try. Keyonne, you mentioned it, man. We're going to get right into this. Just go over all the NFL trade deadline was Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Last week, the Dallas Cowboys, as you mentioned, pulled the trigger and sent a first-round pick to the Oakland Raiders for wide receiver Amari Cooper. Al, how you feeling about that trade?
Well, first, let me shout out. I'm going to give myself a backhanded compliment as I shout out our listeners, right? Just watch the skill right here. So a few weeks ago, one of the questions we were asked was, in terms of a trade, what trade would you want your team to make? So shout out to that listener who asked that question, because on my response to that question, I said we needed a wide receiver, a burner, somebody that can spread the field a little bit. We need that dude. And y'all been giving me enough shit in terms of the Cowboys not drafting a wide receiver when they could have. So there were some rookies who were showing like they could have been the right guy. So shout out to the Cowboys for making a move, getting somebody that they needed, hopefully solving a problem. And what I like about it most is that he's young and that his best years, hopefully, are in front of him. He's shown to be a good wide receiver so far. He's had some better games than others, and he's been hurt recently. But when I look at my roster, my wide receiver board, he's definitely better than everybody we got, right? I mean, maybe Beasley's a really good wide receiver, but Cooper is definitely sets as our number one wide receiver. And by putting him as our number one wide receiver, every other wide receiver now can play their position, as opposed to someone having the group play out of position to try to be the number one. Well, we got somebody we're going to try as our number one. Now Gallup, Beasley, Hearn, y'all play your role. Beasley be our third down possession dude, making plays out the slot. Gallup, our rookie on the rise, maybe in a year or two, you might be a decent player. And Hearns can be our steady veteran. So all that to say, I really like the pick. And in the NFC East, where, as far as I'm concerned, it's up for grabs, except for the Giants, as they fell back like the sorry-ass squad that they was. I look at Philly and Redskins as our main competition. So I thought it was a major power move. Shout out to the Cowboy management for going for it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Gerald, you mentioned earlier that in comparison to the Golden Tate trade to the Eagles, also the NFC, Cowboys gave a first-round pick to Cooper. The Eagles gave up a third for Golden Tate. What are your thoughts on that trade? And you mentioned earlier that you think Golden Tate's a better receiver than Amari Cooper, and you favor this trade a little more.
I actually do favor this trade a little more for, I think that, also, like, I'm not, I made this argument when they made the trade, like, you could have gotten a receiver of, equal quality, maybe a little better, maybe a little worse, but you didn't have to give up a first round, like, you didn't have to give up a first round pick for him. So I like what the Eagles did by, going to grab Golden Tate and only giving up a third receiver. I think he's more polished. I think he's a better route runner. He's done way more. He's been in number one. He's been in number two. He knows the route tree, and so I've never heard, I've never heard, Golden Tate doesn't do this well. Golden Tate doesn't do that well. And he's always on the field. So some of the knocks that I have on Cooper, I just don't have for Golden Tate. And yes, he is a little younger.
6 years.
He's a little younger, but I think that the Cowboys want to win now. So to me, Golden Tate he's that polished veteran receiver that's kind of done his thing game in and game out. He's been in big games. I just think that I like what the Eagles did better. I like Cooper. I just like Tate better.
I think for now, I agree. Tate is the better receiver, but he's 30. And for the Cowboys, to me, you got Dak, you got Zeke. I like the idea of getting somebody to build and grow with them. And you're right, we want to win now, but shit, we always want to win now. So looking at a young quarterback, young running back, I like bringing that young wide receiver into our mix. But I agree with you, Tate is a better wide receiver right now.
Pooh.
Yeah, man.
You mentioned last year after the draft that the Texans is going to become your 1-18. Your boy Deshaun Watson.
All right.
So they picked up Demaryius Thomas today for to the Texans. They picked up Demaryius Thomas and they sent a 4th rounder to Denver, and the teams exchanged 7th round picks. How are you feeling about this trade?
I think it definitely was a solid deal for the Texans. With Fuller going down, they needed another guy out there outside, Newt Hopkins. QT, he's a smaller guy, more of a slot guy. and they're definitely having trouble keeping wide receivers healthy. So hopefully Demarius can come in there and play second fiddle to Hopkins. But he's still not he's not the Demarius that we're accustomed to knowing. However, he's a very, very good receiver. So I think it's going to be a solid move for the Texans. And vice versa on the other side, going to Denver, they get a chance to get Cortland Sutherland, all the snaps, all the plays, and they feel like he's pretty much just as good as Demarius right now. So they feel like, let's see how good this guy can be right now. So I like the move for both teams.
All right. Yeah.
What's up?
All right. Falcons didn't make any trades, so do you give a damn about any of this?
No. I mean, straight 100. I'm watching. They kind of reminded me. Remember the Packers had this philosophy for many years of not bringing in people from the outside. They're almost starting to look like that. You know what I mean? Where they rarely will bring people in from the outside, but they want to just draft and build from within. Or that's not even true because they signed offensive. I don't know what they're doing. All right, I can't even force it. I don't understand the strategy, but it seems to be working. Kind of, I guess. So I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I tried to BS my way through it, dude. I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand.
All right. Well,
The Falcons won 6.
No, they 3-4. One game different than what they were this time last year. But I don't understand the strategy at all. I don't understand it.
Well, Al, speaking of the Packers, man, they traded Pro Bowl safety, Quentin Dick, to, again, another team in the NFC East, the Washington Redskins, for a 4th-round pick. You think helps Washington out, and what kind of impact can he have on the division race in the NFC East leading Washington Redskins?
Yeah, that was one of the I noticed that one, and kind of like the Tate trade felt like good move. They have a decent secondary already, a decent defense already, and I think adding a piece like that I thought was a good move for the Redskins. I liked him as a player. Some people thought has said he's inconsistent, but I think he's going to be a good player with the Redskins.
Falcons could use a safety. Didn't do it though.
I think he's going to be a good safety for them also.
Yeah, and our defense is already a top 5 defense, and loaded with Alabama players. I don't think it can be a bad fit. Yeah, man. Also, the Packers, off a loss-stealing fumble from Ty Montgomery. Whereas the Packers were like, you don't take a knee, or ship your ass to Baltimore. How do you feel about Ty Montgomery going to Baltimore for a 7th-round pick in 2020? Like, it was just like, just leave, basically.
I felt like he was the odd man out I feel like they finally got their guy at back, and I feel like he was kind of the odd guy out, the guy that had originally been a wide receiver and switched running back. Like, I just felt like, and now they have the other young kid with 3 names, or what's his name, the guy with the other wide out. Like, I just don't think I think he was disposable. Other than that, I don't really think it was punishment per se. I just think they kind of filled out the depth chart and kind of where they want guys to be. Through guys they drafted and moving guys up the depth chart. And I think he was just the odd guy out. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's falling down in the depth chart at running back and wide out. So yeah, it was pretty much nowhere for him anymore. I think Baltimore's a good spot for him.
It's not like he's not skilled. Like he's got skills. Baltimore needs to figure out where they want to put him and then really let him play.
Yeah, they can find somebody other than Joe Flacco to give them the ball. Yeah. Last trade before the trade deadline, Thomas Stevens is former number 3 overall pick, Dante Fowler Jr. The Jacksonville Jaguars sent him to the LA Rams for 2019 third rounder and a 2020 fifth rounder. What can Fowler bring to the Rams? Added some pass rushers.
Rich get richer, man. It's ridiculous. I was hoping we made that call because obviously, I guess I'm Galen. I'm jumping on my team now, but it's obvious, man. Obvious that Leonard Floyd, he's a bust, man. I'm sorry. I just think he's a bust. As in, he's a good athlete, running side to side, but strength-wise, beating tackles, getting to the quarterback, he just hadn't. I just don't really see it in him right now. So I was hoping we made that call for him or Shane Ray, but I think Shane went down. So I would have loved for the Bears to make that call to bring in Fowler. But anywho, I think he's going to be a monster for the Rams. He's definitely going to get them more speed on the outside. He's going to be able to get to the quarterback without scheme he's going to be going one-on-one because the interior of the line are so worried about the inside with Donald and Sue. So they're so occupied with those two guys. The outside guys are just going to be able to play in the sandbox and just go get the quarterback.
Are the Rams putting it all on the Rams putting it all on the line for the next 2 or 3 years?
But no way they can re-sign him though. No way they can re-sign Dante Fowler Jr. No way. I don't think so. But because they have so much money allocated, and I know the salary cap is going up, but Jay, you know more about that. But there's no way that they're going to be able to sign him to a $50 million deal because he's going to want that $50 to $60 million deal.
Yeah, and that's going to be the tricky part. The cap's probably going to go up another 8%. When you look at a guy who's only had one healthy season
right.
in the NFL, if he can put together another, came over 8.5 sacks last year. I think he's only got 2 this year. So a bit of a down year, but they may be able to afford him. But his pedigree might, being former number 3 overall pick, he might get a little higher, of a contract based off his pedigree.
Right.
But that's what the trade deadline is for. You find guys, you get a mid to late round pick, guys with expiring contracts and teams that are not going to be able to re-sign them. You try to rent them for a year and see if they can push you over the top. So it makes sense for a team like the Rams, who have obviously a roster that can win a championship this year.
Right.
I feel like they're going all in. I feel like the Rams are going all in.
Roster and a schedule.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And just kind of that intangible feeling this could be their year. So why not go all in? You only give a 4th rounder for it. So chances are, in the 4th round, you're not going to get a player as equivalent to a Dante Fowler anyway. So just get rid of it and roll your dice and see what he pans out for this year. And if you can re-sign him, that's great.
Okay.
I like what they're doing. Like when I compare them to the Falcons, they're kind of like they're all in. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they're all in.
Yeah, I like
and they've been this way for the last couple of years. I think, man. Now, what I have seen is they can be beaten. For all that talent that they have, they have some holes. They actually can be beaten. But God, man by man, roster spot by roster spot, they are freaking ultra talented, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think we saw from what we saw from them last week. I mean, they can be beaten. I don't think there's a team, that they can't be beaten. But especially if they get a lead on you, that's when their defense can kind of tee off. I think the key to beating them is easier said than done. Obviously, but you can control the clock, and keep that offense off the field. You can keep it manageable. But only a certain amount of teams in the league can do that. You got to have a quarterback that can. They can match those points also.
Right. Right. I have a quick question, Jake. Aaron Jones. And I know, like you said, they traded Montgomery out there to Baltimore. Did you think they really opened up space for Aaron to get Aaron the job? Because he's obviously the most talented back out there. I think he may be a special type talent, not as super elite, but he's a very, very good running back. But the backfield was so cluttered, he didn't really get the show.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his name. That's the guy I was thinking about there, Aaron Jones. Like I really feel like yes. Not to steal Jay's question, but I really feel like they're seeing him on film, they're seeing him in practice, and he's taking those steps to solidify that role.
Yeah, and he's healthy now.
Right.
I think that's what they've been waiting on with him. And I've actually liked as my type of running back. I like Jamal Williams more than I like Aaron Jones. But for the role that Ty Montgomery's going to play, Aaron Jones is definitely what they were looking for, and they feel better with him.
Right.
So I think as a tandem, I think Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones is what they're looking for. And they got 3 rookies that are kind of standing out as receivers. So yeah, there's just no room for Montgomery.
Right. It's just like Jamal to me. I mean, I watch him. I watch him a lot. That's my conference. But it's almost like he just doesn't have that vision. Like Aaron, he nips and cuts and hit the crannies. Like he sees it. But it's like Jamal, he run up the lineman's back. Cloud of dust, 3 yards. It just seemed like to me that Aaron has it, and I don't know if Jamal does.
I would agree.
Hello? Something happened?
Jay fell asleep.
Oh.
I'm here. I'm here.
All right. What was the next question?
Oh, did we lose the host?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Next question.
Go ahead.
What do y'all think about the I'm getting totally off subject. The top 4 the playoff college football. You think they got it right? You see Notre Dame dropped the 4. It was Alabama, Clemson, LSU, Notre Dame.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that for now.
Yeah.
Me too. What pisses me off is Notre Dame. You see Notre Dame's schedule?
Dude, yes.
That keeps me up at night.
All the time. It's there all the time.
It's like that all the time.
And they don't play a championship game. That's like, it's just not fair. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hold them to respect for Notre Dame because they're in the ACC, but they only ever schedule the ACC cupcakes.
Right.
And they don't participate in our conference championship.
Yeah.
So I guess y'all talking about the playoff.
Right.
Yeah, just switch real quick, but that is it's nothing really earth shattering. Just how fucked up Notre Dame gets to have somebody on the committee that represents Notre Dame. No other school in the whole world can do that, whole country. And anyway, that's my personal beef though with y'all right.
Yeah, Notre Dame kind of has a special treatment since forever. They played that for a while. For a long time, they played that independent schedule and never had to really own up to anything. Didn't have to worry about winning the conference championship. And now, like you mentioned, they've got somebody on the committee that has Notre Dame ties, and they still don't have to play a conference schedule. So, yeah, that's Notre Dame. But what you hope for is somebody beats them and just ends that conversation, because whatever other 3 teams in the playoffs are just going to beat the shit out of Notre Dame anyway, and it's going to end.
So yeah, it will still get settled in the field, but it would keep another team out that deserves it. I guess we're looking at Syracuse. I don't see nobody else.
Who?
I'm looking at their last 4 games.
Oh.
It's like I'm looking at the only team that could beat them probably, unless they trip the Northwestern or something. But they got Northwestern, Florida State, Syracuse, USC. I see Syracuse.
Northwestern can beat them.
USC?
Northwestern just beat Wisconsin badly. Northwestern can beat them. If they're healthy and they got some talent. They got some talent on that defense too. Yeah, they could, and Syracuse can score with them. I don't know, man. Syracuse in that dome, with what's that kid's name? The quarterback, Dungy at quarterback. Like, yeah, like they can make some moves too.
Yeah, them kids took us to the brink. Yeah.
They struggled against Pittsburgh, so anybody, I guess, could technically beat them.
Right.
Yeah, I hope someone does, because just get them out of here so we don't have to, we don't have to look at that. Well, so I don't have to, but it's personal. I don't know why I hate them so much.
Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22. I mean, like, Notre Dame gets into the playoffs and somebody beats the shit out of them, and you're just like, see, I told you so. But then
Lost. I think.
I really wanted to know what he was about to say too. Yeah, he had me on the hook.
Did I have y'all hanging on?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was like, it's kind of a catch-22. Like, if Notre Dame gets in and somebody beats the shit out of them, he's like, I told you so. But then if they come in and they at least get to the championship game, it's kind of a good surprise that they prove us wrong. So, but until they do, then there's going to still be the same thoughts that we all think.
Whenever they do get to the championship, then they get shellacked.
Yeah, exactly. So, doesn't have to happen.
What would have to happen? Somebody do them a favor and move them out of the way of Alabama. Then I could maybe see them sneaking Clemson, maybe, or cause it's gonna look totally different by the end of the year, because we see two SEC teams can't get in this year, unless somebody beats Bama. Unless somebody beats Bama. If Bama beats LSU Saturday, it's a wrap. You can't. I don't think any two.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So it's gonna be one SEC team most likely, and then I don't know, Michigan, Oklahoma, probably.
I mean, I think if Alabama was to go undefeated, to the SEC championship and lose to
Georgia,
I could see both of them getting in.
Yes, that has to happen. And I'm hearing people. I don't know how y'all feel about this. The best Alabama team of all time. I mean,
oh, they said that.
Yeah. I ain't saying
3 years.
You might say that every year.
3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago was the best D ever.
But they got an offense this year.
They starting quarterback. They starting quarterback him throwing a pass in the fourth quarter.
That's what, I'm saying. Man, that's what.
He hadn't even played. They've been up so big. They starting offense hadn't even played in the fourth quarter.
I do like this week though.
I mean, they solid.
I suspect he's gonna play Saturday. I suspect.
Oh, yeah.
Could
I hope so.
I hope so. I'm gonna watch that one.
Me too.
I'm calling it right now, LSU.
And what I hate about it is LSU played 3 weeks of like hard ass teams, and it's like back to the Notre Dame game. They don't. Well, no, I don't think another team outside of the SEC in the nation has those type of stretches where you got to play 3 like really tough teams back to back to back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every else, when you get a hard team, you get 3 weeks of rest, and not rest, but easy teams. But it is what it is. Oh, and one more thing I want to say about college football. I remember I said that thing about the death of the SEC. All of y'all went against me, and it's looking like y'all were right. The calculations that I miscalculated on is why would a top-ranked player coming out of high want to go to a school and sit for 2 or 3 years? And I thought that no one would, now that you can go to the playoffs and be at another school, like not at SEC schools, you can go to Louisville or whatever and do it. That's what guys are going to start doing. But I'm wrong. You see it at Georgia. It's happening at Alabama. Nothing's changed. Clemson now is on that team. Well, I'll go sit for 2 years. And I never thought that would be the case. And I still don't understand why someone's going to do that. But that's what's happening. So, how much they paying them, boy? I mean, I don't know.
Well, it ain't just that, bro. I mean, it's everybody. So,
Okay, so I was joking. So you actually think it's something?
They want to win.
Yeah, they want to win, and there's a track record. So, yeah, and like when Dante Hightower was at Alabama, he's the middle linebacker, and then C.J. Mosley behind him for 2 years, and then he becomes a first-round draft pick and an All-Pro with 2 championships under his belt, and then Reuben Foster comes after him. What do you think the next kid is going to say? Well, I can do that same thing as opposed to going to Louisville and maybe not panning out. At least I know I'm going to win a championship, and I'm in line to be a first-round pick.
Wow.
It's a lot of factors in that. I mean, that's how some guys get to other programs because maybe they don't want to sit. But college football has changed in the sense that there used to be programs where that was the thing. Like, you did go to sit. Like, it was very well known. Like, oh, you want to come here? You want a red shirt? Okay, I don't care how good you are. You red shirt. You going, so it's just changed. Like, now guys want to play now. It's this generation. That's what it is. They have no patience.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought that would be the trend, but that's not been. Like Justin Fields, Georgia. Why would you come to a school where you got a damn freshman sitting in front of you who just went to the one pass pretty much from winning the damn title? You're not gonna play this year, bro. And he did it.
And he might have thought he could beat him out.
Yeah, maybe he always wanted to go to Georgia. And he's from Georgia. Maybe he always wanted to go to Georgia.
I guess.
And it really only takes 1 year to establish yourself in college football. So if Justin Fields gets his shot and he balls out, he's a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah. Because don't forget, Georgia had another guy that had to transfer because Fromm didn't start last year. They had another kid, Nick, another number. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But he was like a number 4 or 5 recruit in his quarterback class, and he had to get on out of there. So, like, some of us, like, I think maybe I can beat this guy out, and then if you can't, you either wait or, because Jalen Hurts is doing the same thing. Like, he knows he can't beat that other guy out, so he decided to stay and learn, and he's still trying to be an NFL quarterback. So.
In Fromm's story, he came with Eason being the top recruit as the number one, and during the season took the job.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
I don't understand. I hear y'all. I just don't understand.
But that's the thing, though. If we were recruits, you'd be the guy that wants to go to Louisville and start right away.
Yeah.
But
okay.
So it's different. Different kids, different story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what we do, Key, how we sell them, we tell them, hey, we not gonna shirt you. We're gonna play you. We're gonna get you in a rotation. What we're gonna do is you come to our program. We're gonna give you the first carry of the season or the first catch of the season, or you're gonna start against Florida State. We got like 8-9 freshmen like heavy in the rotation. Like we play our young guys. That's what we do up in Cleveland. We play our young guys.
But like y'all mentioned Easton, that's like a perfect example. He's like the top guy. Now you end up transferring. But I guess that's what it is. I think you pretty much said it. It's based up to the person. I feel with me, I would rather play right away. But to other, and it's not even like a Louisville. You can go to South Carolina or go to a top tier school and you just play right away. But others would say, I'll sit, win championships or whatever, and I miscalculated. I thought that's what most people do. They'll go play right away. But we're seeing that's not really the case.
And there's really no guarantee that you're gonna play right away if you go to South Carolina. And if you do,
right. I was about to say that.
Yeah, and even if you do, like chances are you still less likely to be a first round pick than you are if you are backup at Alabama for 2 years.
If you go to LSU and you're Jacob Eason, I think not maybe I don't know. I'm just saying I think it's a different thing when you got another top tier quarterback right there. I don't understand it, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. I just don't understand. I'm looking.
Oh.
It's like trying to figure out the Falcons' free agency move, bro. I'm looking at it like I'm just watching.
But the competitive nature.
Some kids still remember or still have what it takes to be a competitor and to compete for that job, and some kids don't.
Yeah.
It boils down to that.
Yeah, the competitive nature is I could beat this kid out, or I can show that I'm just as good as this kid, and I'm going to get on the field as well. Because a lot of programs now, they flip and flop, and you two series, and the other guy 2 series and 3 series, or a guy get tired, you go in. So you still get to see the field. You just don't see you just don't sit on the sideline totally. Most programs don't do that nowadays, but.
And I don't think choosing to go to Louisville doesn't mean you don't have a competitive streak. I just think because that's a different type of competition where you I want to turn this program
around, right?
So that's different. So I think it's all competitive. I just think it's part of this matter of personal preference.
Right.
Like you mentioned earlier, some kids just want to go to Georgia.
Yeah.
Just want to go to Alabama. So I don't think any kid's gonna say, well, I don't know shit about University of Texas. I ain't never wanted to go there. But I'm gonna go there and sit on the bench for 2 years just for fun. I think there has to be something kind of tied to that school or to the coach or to the tradition, something to tie those kids in to get them to buy into that. And championships don't hurt.
We're gonna pretty much be in the running.
Yeah.
But the Alabama thing, that just is the most confusing thing to me. But it is what it is. I guess you're saying you're gonna go to Alabama, you're gonna sit 2 years.
Alabama's a perennial powerhouse. Kids want to go to Alabama.
I guess that's what it is.
The kids want to go to Clemson. Like I remember, y'all remember 6 years ago, Clemson had decent recruiting classes, but they weren't now kids want to go to Clemson from all over the country. Like it used to be Clemson would have trouble securing their own backyard. Now kids from all over the country want to go to Clemson, and they got a roster full of talent. Same thing with USC and UCLA. Some programs just traditionally because they have that strong, rich tradition can recruit in anybody's backyard. And that's where you kind of get that national, just like it's like the same thing with us in basketball. Like we don't recruit, we select. So
and by we, you mean who?
Yeah, who's we?
Okay, you have to break that down.
It's the same thing. Same thing for Alabama and football. They don't really recruit. They kind of select. We want you. So to me, that's what's happening these days. So when you have a perennial powerhouse program, you can pretty much select the kids that you want to come. And you might get in a few recruiting wars, because I know Justin Fields kind of had it narrowed down between Georgia and Florida State. But guess what? Sealed the deal for him. Jimbo ended up moving, and he decided to end up going to Georgia. So I mean, it just happens.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it's nothing new. I mean, how do you think schools have been having pipelines of players for decades? You look at the Trojans back in the day when they had running back after running back after running back. And a couple of those guys sat on the bench for a year or two before they got a chance to play. It's just how it is.
See, the thing is, though, back in the day, it made more sense to me, because then you could say, if you want to play for a national championship, there ain't but a couple places you gonna go that you gonna have that opportunity. But now that they added the playoff, this is my calculation. Now that they added the playoff, now that field is spread a little bit more. There's more places you can go. You can play and you can compete for a title.
I get that in theory, but in practice, it hasn't played out that way. It's still only a couple places you can go to win the national championship.
That's what it's looking like, yeah.
And then all colleges still give out those 83, 90 scholarships every year.
Yeah.
So like kids want to. I mean, come on, man. Like the University of Hawaii is recruiting kids just as hard as Alabama. So it just a lot of it's that pipeline stuff Jay was talking about. A lot of it's like we like the first rule is like we recruit our state. Like so we can get the top 10, 15 guys from our state. We got a damn near pretty good recruiting class. So then you go from there.
Yeah. And you look at once you reach that level, like we said before, there's 5-ish schools that can just get anybody. And case in point, Reuben Foster, he declared to Auburn, got an Auburn tattoo on his leg, and then changed his mind. That's how powerful the pull to Alabama is. Like he's like, nah, even after I get a fucking tattoo on my leg, I'm still gonna go to Alabama. So yeah, like some of it, like I said, like it's a matter of personal preference, and like you would be that kid that's like, fuck it, I'm going to be a Gamecock, don't want to start from day one.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
still go to the league.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I don't know. But, guys, tomorrow's Halloween. Y'all excited?
I'm excited. I'm excited for the kid. I'm excited for the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited.
For whatever reason. You excited to pass out candy and drive around in your nondescript white van? And, hey,
I ain't got no candy. And then don't knock on my door. I might put a sign that said don't knock on my door.
Yeah. Just old Halloween.
I'm even dressing up tomorrow, yo.
Wow.
Not for school. I mean, for school, dude. I don't know. Like I had this. I was gonna be a biker. No, I'm talking about not tomorrow night, but I'm talking about I'm gonna wear it to work. I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done before I lay it down tonight. But I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out. I don't know what I'm gonna be. Nah, it ain't for y'all to see, kid. it ain't for y'all to see.
I hate Halloween. My son came down tonight dressed up like Batman, like surprisingly. Like my wife dressed jeans, say nothing. She just walked out with it. I would never have done that shit, but it is what it is. I just play it by ear. But my light will be off. I'm not participating in that shit. Candy handing out.
I can't remember last year I had I don't do that shit. I don't have my kids in the house, so they haven't been Halloween age probably a decade. I might have did it a year or two afterwards, but yeah, I just turn my lights off and go watch TV.
Well, Alvin, you go with this like jigsaw or something like that?
Yeah, but
to a party.
My house is walking around with like jigsaw. So I got excessive.
You know what jigsaw is?
Jigsaw is
Saw.
I've already saw. Mostly saw. Yeah, it's one of the most popular horror movie series of all time. Speaking of which, Keyonne, what's your favorite horror movie?
Michael Myers, personally.
Point blank. Period. Yeah.
YouTuber.
As in scary, jumping out of your seat, like reckless. Movie. Well, movie. I have to do Freddy Krueger, man, because he's a witty, clever. It's just I'm with the Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, but I guess my favorite horror is definitely Halloween. But I like the Freddy Krueger guy. I like Freddy.
What's your favorite horror movie of all time?
I gotta go with. I guess I gotta. Hey, I used to. I fucks with Candyman because he was black.
Yo. Okay.
I fucks with Candyman because he was black. I used to fuck with Candyman. But Candyman able to scare me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even scare me. But what used to scare me though was, the music from Halloween used to scare me. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street used to definitely, that should have, even if I watch that right now, should I go see with all my guns? Why you got all these guns in the bed?
Wow. Al, what about you? What's your favorite horror movie?
There's some of the early Tyler Perry movies.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm with you.
They was horrible.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
But I think Saw actually that movies I thought were probably my favorite. I mean, I liked Halloween and Friday the 13th. I mean, taking me back to the old school. But I think honestly, Saw is probably my favorite.
All right. Man, The Grudge had me. Like, Michael Myers is like my favorite character. Like when I saw The Grudge,
Yeah.
I was grown. I was probably 24. You know what I'm saying? So me and my girl at the time, we went to go see it. You know how like getting ready to get in bed, and you're standing beside the bed, and I did not want to stand. Like I jumped my ass in the bed so fast because I thought someone was gonna reach out from under the bed and grab me. Yo, Grudge had me shit.
Right.
I'm surprised that nobody said The Exorcist.
Well, I guess
really?
like yeah, I guess it had aged so much by the time I saw it. I was like,
Dude, the you know what though? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was wild. When they released that one, in like 04? Oh, it was bananas.
But I wasn't scared though.
Yeah.
In 04?
Like if I can't see that shit happening to me, I ain't gonna be scared. Like I'm gonna just watch it like.
Dude, that was a true story. What do you mean you can't see that happening?
Yeah, but that shit can never happen.
Embellished.
Are you crazy?
yeah.
I mean, of course they carried on a little bit, but I mean, you can't think of any other horror movie that any remnants of the truth in it.
Nah, because I'm not going to none of that shit. I'm not going in the house. I'm not going to knock on the door.
Dude.
I'm not going to see what the noise was. Like what?
I
got the biggest guns the niggas ever seen. Like,
But that's the embellishing part, though. They was like he was just snatching real life. He was just snatching people up and taking them to the bottom of the house, to the basement.
But I guess the thing like that to me, like a dude with a chainsaw, I'm like, I mean, it ain't scary. It's like we see that shit in the news 3 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Shit's still scary.
Now, the movie that scarred me for 10 years or more was Night of the Living Dead. Now, of course, I watched it now. Yeah.
Wow.
I was a little kid, yes. So I was good, like, probably, I don't know, 17, 18, 19 before I could kind of snap out of it. But that movie terrified my childhood.
wow. Wow. Speaking shit that scarred me on childhood, it ain't a movie. But the first time I heard My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, I used to put my radio on at night when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And so it would play in the middle of the night. You know, radio, they play the same 8 songs.
Yeah.
Yo, and just like, it seemed like I would just wake up every time that song came on. You know, it's, 10, 11 years old, pitch dark, and some fucking, that song comes on in the middle of the night. I don't know, it took me a while to get used to that song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I play a trick, so I love it.
Oh, man. I love it. But yeah, like middle of the night, first coming on, I was like, yo, what? And I didn't know what it was and who it was at the time when it first started coming on the radio. Yo, shook me. But yeah.
My brother bought me that single.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I
My
got good
that single too.
cussing and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Begged for that song. I begged him. Like after, yeah.
Movies don't scare me as much as real life shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I don't like to watch. I don't like to watch some creepy ass murder shows and creepy ass like the dude from Unsolved Mysteries used to fucking terrify me. Like that's
Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I hate
When they used to do the episodes on like ghosts.
John
Yeah. When they used to do the episodes on like ghosts on Unsolved Mysteries and they would show like footprints walking around like the pool or something.
Or how about aliens?
Yeah. Aliens never really scared me. Like aliens always intrigued me.
I ain't never seen one. So
Yeah. But
How about
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs? Did y'all?
it was good. Didn't scare me. Like
that was a good
intrigued.
movie, but I wasn't scared.
I wasn't scared. Gotcha.
What scared me though, before like this genre type of movie, when the Blair Witch Project.
Jay, you took the words right out. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. Like that summer when it came out.
Yeah.
Chad was this was in the summer, so Chad was crashing at my mom's crib with me, and we went to go see Blair Witch Project. And, so I was, Chad was always sleep on the couch or sleep on the floor beside the bed. That night, Chad looked up and was like, "Hey, Jay, man, do you mind if I sleep in the bed with you?"
The Blair Witch Project was wild. I think the budget on that was like 45,000, and they made like 30 million.
They made it seem like it really happened.
No, they did.
The internet wasn't like it is now. You couldn't just Google it.
What was the other one that used to terrify all the white people? Oh, the Ring.
Oh, The Ring.
People were scared of the Ring. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I can't see. I ain't scared.
Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity, right?
That was dope.
So when that movie first came out, I didn't see it in the theater, but my friend of mine was like, "Yo, you gotta go. You gotta rent it, man. Just go rent it. It's not in the theaters anymore." So me and my wife played hooky from work while the kids were out of school, and we watched it. Yeah. So at the time she had a Honda. It's like a '92 Honda Accord, right? And it was like one of them. You remember them like alarm systems that people would install for you?
Yeah.
So after the movie goes on, we finished watching the movie, and I left my phone or something in the car. So I go down to go get the phone, and when I'm walking away from the car tries to start on its own, right? At the time, I didn't know that it was a shortage in the alarm system, so it was a trigger thing. But so I'm walking away from the car, it's it like on its own, and I'm like, what the fuck? Figure that shit out. So Paranormal Activity 2 comes out, right?
Yeah.
We watched the shit. We had moved and everything about it. It was in the house. We watch it. And at the time, Al Jr. was staying with us. That's when I'm married. So Junior was staying with us. And me, Junior, and my wife watched it. And right after the movie went off, Junior's ex-wife calls him like, "Yo, I need your spare key for my car." He was like, "Why?" She was like, "Because my car just keeps locking me out of it by itself." And so, needless to say, I never watched Paranormal Activity.
Right.
And while you saying, I'm looking at it. The budget is $15,000. It box office $193 million. Like they made a killing off that movie.
Yeah, man. Well, happy Halloween to you guys, and to your kids most of all. I'm sure they're gonna have a ball. Watch the. Hope nobody gets a orange with a razor blade in it or nothing like that.
Oh,
That's
go
that's
ahead.
old school. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
you know.
just
You know,
can't
It is gonna it is gonna be a lot of kids on sugar highs though, for real.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And parents,
Adults,
Jay, you bring up a good point though. Parents, please, I know you know to do this, but check your kids' candy,
Yes.
all of that. It is some weirdos out there,
Yeah.
and some some diabolical people out there.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah. And if somebody does give you an orange, or an apple, or candy corn, report them and throw that shit back in their yard.
You don't like candy corn?
I hate candy corn, man.
Okay.
I hate it. My oldest son loves it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, every time he eats it, I just stare at him. Wax. What are you doing? So, yeah. Well, all right. Well, on some listener questions.
kids come to my house, I'm giving out butterscotch.
Oh, girl, head on. Butterscotch.
Word is original.
Yeah.
No, I like words. I give you all my candy corn. You give me your words. Man. Oh, man. On to some listener questions. We'll touch really quickly on some NFL. Really quick. One word. Well, not one word. But one person answers. No explanation needed. Britton from San Antonio, Texas, asked, who were the NFL award winners at the halfway point of the season? Because I think y'all get to it. We try to give explanations for each of these. We'll be here all night. Al, start with you. Who's your MVP at this point?
Gerald.
Girl, no doubt. Cool. What about you?
Todd Gurley.
Girl. Keyonne.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Wow. Okay. Gerald.
Give me the kid, man. Give me Mahomes.
Mahomes. Okay. That one. All right. Offensive player of the year, Al.
I will go with. Now that I'll go with Mahomes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I second that. Mahomes.
All right. Keyonne.
Say Cam.
All right. Gerald.
I like that pick. I'm gonna go, but for this one, I'm gonna go Todd. I'm gonna give that one to Todd. Bro.
Okay. All right. Defensive player of the year, Al.
I'm going with Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Cool.
I want to go with Khalil Mack, and you know why. But, you know, he's been hampered on that ankle, right? But so I mean, I'm going to go Khalil Mack, but let me give you someone else just because he's been banged up. All right? Can I do that? Let me go with, what's the kid name? Tahir Leonard? Not, is his first name Tahir Leonard? The kid from State. Yeah, the kid from State. Darius Leonard, the kid from State. Yeah, let me go with Darius Leonard, man.
Yeah, let's just end that there. That's a sore spot for me. I wanted him in the draft so bad. So, okay.
Dude, I had no idea he was a monster like that.
All right. Keyonne.
I'm going to Khalil Mack. I don't know who you're talking
All right. Gerald.
God, just without arguing about it, Aaron Donald.
Okay. All right. Most improved player, Al.
Most improved. That's a good question. Most improved. Somebody got to come back to me on that one. Come back.
All right. Cool. Most improved.
Man, let me go. I know it was hard for this guy to improve on this. Let me go with Adam Thielen.
Okay. Not a bad one. All right. Keyonne.
I'm going to say Adrian Peterson if he keeps it up.
Okay. All right. Gerald.
Man, you know what? Give me Mitch, man. Give me Mitchell Trubisky.
Okay.
Mitchell Trubisky.
All right. Al, back to you.
Give me Thielen, the wide receiver with the Vikings.
Okay. All right. Comeback player of the year, And first of all, most improved, no love for James Conner. I hate all y'all. Go ahead. I digress.
He really was.
Nah, I ain't got nothing bad to say about that. James is tough.
James Ball? Go ahead. I digress. Al, come back, please.
I'm going with. I think I'll go with Adrian Peterson. I like his performance.
Okay. All right. Pooh?
I'm gonna go with Cole. I'm gonna go with Andrew Luck, Adrian Peterson. Let me get yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I flipped it around. I should have said Adrian Peterson for this one, and improve would be Patrick
I started
Mahomes.
to tell you that, but I didn't want to get cussed out. But go ahead.
So Patrick Mahomes for comeback player of the year, whatever, and then Adrian Peterson. No. What's the most improved would be Patrick Mahomes. Comeback player would be Adrian Peterson.
All right. So how can James Conner not be improved if Patrick Mahomes can?
Well, it seems like he didn't get much of a shot. It's like all the cares was going on the Davion.
That's what I'm asking. Patrick Mahomes didn't get a shot.
He played.
He played one game.
He played more games. He didn't start, but he played more than one game, didn't he, last year?
Oh, he started the last game of the season.
He started the last game, but did he not play?
No, he didn't.
I think he got no snaps.
He did.
Okay. I thought he played more games then. But,
all right. Just all I want is consistency. But we move on.
But if he played like he did this year, he would have been playing more. So either way, he improved.
Damn.
Consistency be damned, Gerald.
Rob is logic.
Who's your comeback player?
Mr. Luck, man. I'm going with Luck. AP is very, very close in there, but I gotta go with Luck. He's tearing it up.
All right. Damn all y'all again. No love for J.J. Watt, comeback player of the year. He might win defensive player.
You think so?
J.J. Watt.
Oh, J.J. Okay, yeah.
No.
He's been balling.
He's been balling.
All right. Coach of the year.
I'm going with, at this point, I'll go with Andy Reid.
Okay. Who?
Man, it's hard to go against Andy, but I'm gonna go. What's his name? Is it Sean McVay? Tim McVay?
Yeah, this is Sean McVay.
Sean McVay. Yeah.
Keyonne?
Go Andy Reid too. Andy Reid.
Okay. Gerald?
Man, give me Sean McVay, man.
Okay. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Al.
Big time Boston.
Yeah. Who?
I second that.
Okay. Keyonne?
Yeah, same deal. Saquon.
Gerald?
I agree.
All right. Unanimous.
Yes. All right. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Al?
I'm going to stay with my prediction from the preseason. Go with Denzel Ward. Cornerback complete.
Yeah, nice. Okay. All right. Pooh?
I'm gonna go Leonard, man.
Okay. Keyonne?
Bradley Chubb.
Okay. Gerald?
Homer pick Dante Jackson.
Okay. All right. And not an official award, but Al, real quick, biggest surprise, biggest disappointment, player.
Player. Biggest surprise. Who would say is my biggest surprise? Honestly, I would say my biggest surprise, I'll give you the love you deserve. I'm going to say my biggest surprise is James Conner.
Yeah, man. Okay.
I like that.
All right. Pooh?
Man.
No, Al,
Oh,
biggest
okay.
disappointment, sorry.
Biggest disappointment. and a player. This is kind of crazy, and I don't know how much is his fault, but I thought Tyrod Taylor would last longer.
You stole mine.
I thought he would last longer than the game had.
I thought they would have made the playoffs with him, or make a push for him.
Told y'all about that. Pooh, biggest surprise, biggest disappointment.
Biggest surprise, I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes. We knew he was pretty good, but if anyone can tell you, my bad. What's next?
Biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment is gonna have to be Derek Carr.
Good one. Keyonne, biggest surprise, biggest disappointment.
Should have been out the league by now. Adrian Peterson. Disappointment would be Jameis Winston.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all gave me some good ones.
Gerald, you got?
I don't like going last in these, man. My biggest surprise, I'm gonna say, also, I gotta go with Patrick Mahomes. Just didn't see this coming. Biggest disappointment, you can throw a stone in any of those three: Tyrod, David Carr, or Jameis Winston. I'm gonna roll. Honestly, also big surprise, disappointment in Nathan Peterman.
Really?
Huh?
Nah, I knew he sucked, but apparently the Bills coaching staff didn't.
I was about to say, I'm surprised and disappointed you said that.
Nah, those original three. I just wanted to tell a joke.
And it was funny.
It was.
And they stuck.
Quick name to throw out for the disappointment: David Johnson.
Is it David Johnson though, or is it? I don't really see.
That's what I said. Not entirely his fault.
Okay.
Production is production.
Okay, I got you.
All right. Well, thank you, Britton from San Antonio. If we would have really went in depth with your question, we'd be here until Thursday. So hope we sufficed. Thanks for the question. Next from Q in Atlanta. I don't know if that's Q from 112, but we're gonna roll.
What up, Q?
What up, Q? Yeah, what up, Q? Keyonne.
Yes, sir.
Who's the most underrated lyricist in hip hop history?
Oh, I thought about this. Would be Twisted. I think because he pretty much created a style.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
And a whole bunch of people like a tree branch from Bone to everybody who does that now. Eminem, they all came from him.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good
Yeah. All right. Gerald, how about you?
Yeah, I gotta go last. Hell yeah. Man, underrated, man. I gotta say, I thought about this one too, man, and a lot of names was floating in my head, man. But I'm gonna say, man, I gotta go with Kiss, yo, or not really not Kiss. I'm gonna throw Kiss in there as an honorable mention, but fucking Styles P, man.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, Styles P, my dude, man. He's so nice.
You heard that album he got with shit. See, he just came
Davies?
out. Yes.
Yeah. Beloved.
Yeah, Beloved.
I haven't heard of this, dope.
Yeah, it's dope. And little did I know, because both of their names are David. I didn't know that David means beloved in Hebrew, so that's why they did that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's the beloved brothers. So, but it's dope.
I like David.
Yeah. Pooh, who's your most underrated lyricist in hip hop history?
And y'all might stone me on this, but I'm gonna say Low, man. Nah, Tupac. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say.
No, you say Luke. Who was it?
I say low, man. CeeLo Green.
Oh, CeeLo.
Okay, yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Nah, that's not. But CeeLo on a lot of people's top 10 lists. Though.
I haven't heard anyone give low love.
Who are these people you're referring to?
True.
Yeah,
Nah. I don't hear. I never hear Low's name.
I mean, not that I would call him crazy, but I could see somebody justifying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying
I had a brain freeze. I was thinking about Andre 3000. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad. Yeah, now everybody like, yeah, my bad. I had a brain freeze.
Okay, we back down. Al, who's most underrated lyricist in hip hop history?
I agree with y'all. I mean, I definitely acknowledge who y'all shouted out. I mean, I wasn't a big Twister fan, but your rationale is dead on point. For me, who I settled on, and I thought about it and had some honorable mentions with the Master Aces and all of those folks, Eminems. And Curtis is with a K, by the way, not a C, but I'll bring that up. It's not Curtis Mayfield. Curtis Mayfield with a C. Curtis Blow with a K. But we'll bring that up in trivia. But I'm going with Black Thought.
Black Rob. Who?
Black Thought.
Black Thought.
Black Rob was dope too.
Black Rob was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Thought. Yeah.
I don't know any of his songs.
You don't know any Black Thought songs?
Nah.
Oh, for real? Wow. You need to get on your Googles.
Wow. Yeah, I suggest you take a gander at those.
His freestyles. Yeah, that dude was vicious. Yeah. Even like recently, in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, and you do know who Black Thought is, right?
Nah. So I just said I hadn't heard any of his stuff.
Black Thought, the rapper from the Roots. Black Thought.
Oh. No, I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Yeah, I agree with that, Al. Black Thought's in my top 5, so I can definitely roll with you. All y'all really good ones, man. Damn good. Mine was, I settled on Ludacris as the most underrated lyricist. Just because I always felt like he never really got the credit he deserved as a lyricist because he was so damn funny, and so people never took him seriously. So, but Luda was spit.
Oh yeah, Luda.
Luda. I say this all the time. He had one of the greatest runs, like a little rapper. I don't care. Yeah. He hit a point. I don't even know it was 2003. It's like a 2-3 year run where he was like rapping. He was in a different.
Yeah.
he was just somewhere else, man.
Yeah. With like $1 million video budgets, and he was
back to front, better than the Aqueduct. He was.
No, he could spit. Luda.
Yeah, Luda could spit.
No, and I didn't take him really seriously. I because like you say, he joked a lot, but no, because he joked a lot, and I hadn't heard a lot of things, only the commercial things. So when I was working with the event staff, and he came down for the concert, it was him and Goody and those guys came down for the concert, and I heard Luda closed it down, and I was like, yo, Luda spitting. I was like, yeah. So then I went out and got the album after that, but Luda, he was spitting fire, no doubt.
And I would imagine he has a very dope story. His story kind of represents Atlanta hip hop's, the growth. Yeah. And I can remember him on the radio, like before his career, him being a radio personality.
First love it.
Yeah, to see him go into hip hop, I was just like, that dude can rhyme.
Right.
And was dope.
Yeah.
And dope.
And just a really like how you said, like his story, just like a really epitomizes like paying your dues and learning the industry. Like Luda was, as a lyricist, like when people actually take time to listen to him, he shut shit down.
He went to
albums that you don't have to skip a song. Multiple albums.
I think he went to didn't he go to school with Rufus? Or they were like on the same campus?
I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know where.
Because I remember when Rufus, a high school friend of ours, when Rufus came down, when we had our son, when we had our kids or whatever, he was telling me that he had a class, but Rufus went to Morehouse, so I don't know if like it was a class where they coincided or something, but he was telling me that in business class that he had a business class with him. So I don't know where exactly that was or what, but I can recall Rufus talking about that.
I don't know. Rufus might have been shooting you once. I don't know.
He might have been carrying on. Ain't no telling. Nah. He wasn't the guy that lied. Nah. He wasn't that type guy.
That kid's verse in I'm So Hood remix, one of my favorite verses of all time. Yeah, oh my God.
Mine would be that the Fatty Girl song. Fatty Girl.
Oh, he crushed that. I mean, everything he did, he would crush it.
Oh,
I'd say for like 2 years, 3 years. He had what's the running back for the Broncos? To Terrell Davis. He had a Terrell Davis run.
Like a quick run to get you into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. But then to land in the movies that he's landed.
Yeah.
That was a great flip.
No doubt.
Shout out to UQ. That was a dope ass question.
No doubt.
Y'all definitely keep these questions coming. We enjoy these every week. Look forward to them. Hit us up at Defy Life on social media, or shoot us an email at info@godefylife.com. We appreciate it. Thank you. Really quickly, in the NFL, it's no secret that the first casualty in the NFL coaching season is Hue Jackson. With Hue Jackson being fired, Keyonne, who is the worst head coach in your franchise's history?
That's tough for me because I didn't start.
Well,
in
your time.
All right, Jim Moore. And then that's not even like such a bad thing for Jim Moore. I would put Reeves over Moore, so Moore will be at the bottom.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Al.
For the Cowboys, we don't have many. But I would say Chan Gailey. He didn't last long, and that's why. He was terrible.
Better than Wade? Better than or worse than Wade, I should say.
I didn't mind Wade. I thought I liked his personality. I liked the defense that he brought. Now he wasn't the best head coach. I don't think he was. He's a better coordinator to me than he was as that coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think he was the worst. Gailey so.
Yeah, Gailey was really bad. All right. Gerald?
Man, as a Carolina Panthers fan, we've only had 4 head coaches, so I'm going to have to say George Seifert. I think he was here for a couple of years, and he's it up most of the time he was here. I remember he traded some of our draft picks for our franchise quarterback, Jeff Lewis. And I think that kid might have played 3 quarters for us before we realized he was super trash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
And after that, we ran Seifert out of town.
Wow.
You and Jeff Lewis both get on out of here.
Man, yeah. Wow. Jeff Lewis. I remember that. Cool. Who's the worst head coach in your recollection in Bears history?
And John Fox! Exclamation point.
Wow. You do John like that?
Yeah, man.
Oh man. Yeah. John was worse than Dave Onstad.
I still played well with Dave Onstad. I just don't remember anything going right with John Fox, man. Like, I'm yelling at the TV like, what are you guys calling? What are you guys doing? The only thing John Fox did correctly was hire Vic Fangio. You know, like, I don't know, man. John Fox, exclamation point.
No doubt. Shout out to you, John Fox. Thought you was going to make it on 2 lists.
I like Foxy more than Seaver. He did take us to a couple of NFC championships and Super Bowl.
And let me just say, this coach was so sorry. I gotta make sure the Jets that I mentioned.
Oh.
Yeah, like, as all the Jet fans will be like, yo, you gotta say this name because he's in the dictionary, the Jet dictionary of sorry ass Jet coaches, and that would be Rich Kotite. And gotta be. He was just, he might have won 3-4 games over 2 years. And then what was really sorry about that whole era as a Jet fan is as he gets fired, the Bill Parcells saga plays out. They're the next coach. So it's like we went from a shit fire to almost having Bill Belichick. Like, looking back, like, we could have been real different. I mean, well, we ended up with Parcells. I like Parcells, but Belichick was a young Belichick. That was 20 years ago. Right.
The key would have been, you have also drafted Tom Brady.
Hell no. Nah, you right, Bill Belichick would have lasted 2 seasons. Then went to the Patriots.
Yeah. All right. So, as we ask every week about the NFL, what do you know after week 8 in the NFL?
I know. You know, you got the obvious things with Mahomes and Luck definitely being the truth. But I know Adrian Peterson is not done.
Okay.
That's what I know.
Well, on to you, Keyonne Small. What do you know after week 8? After Thomas Stevens said,
I felt a bullet fly in my ear instead of that. They ain't crazy. I just heard it just whizzed by the ear. What do I know? I know that the Rams are good. The Rams are very good. That's about it.
Went out on a limb there, huh?
Yeah, it's football. It could change in a week or about 3 weeks. Everything could be different.
That's true, no doubt. Al, what do you know after week 8?
Well, I know I don't know how to get in touch with my friends who are Giant fans on Sundays now. Because I used to be able to call them and be able to reach them, expecting them to be watching a football game on Sunday. But now they might be bike riding, they might be they might be at concerts, community service, at the gym. I don't know how to reach my friends. I don't know how to reach my friends. And if anybody can help me with a suggestion on how to reach my friends who are Giant fans on Sundays now, I would appreciate that. What I do know. Oh, that's what he does on Sunday. Okay, maybe I might be able to FaceTime him or something. But what I do know is that the Cowboys, our organization, has equipped our offense with a playmaker. And I'm interested to see his development and how he, by the end of the season meshes with our team, and hopefully he's enough for us to be more competitive because our offense has been stagnant, inconsistent at best.
Have you seen the video where they've been breaking down Dak and he had the receivers on the outside? They were both running the double moves, and everybody on social media was crucifying him for holding the ball too long and the linebacker blitz. And have you seen that?
I have not.
I've heard criticism of him. This has not been a good year for him, and it's not necessarily talent. Like he's just not been performing. I've heard.
He definitely has to play better from what I've seen. Like he's been inconsistent, and like that's just where we are as a team. But he's our quarterback. We got a running back. Our offensive line hasn't been consistent. They fired the offensive line coach this week. So, you know, we're a team like making adjustments in our bye right now. But, you know, we 3-4. We just a couple of games out of this. So I'm hopeful as a fan.
I hate to see that talent go to waste. I like to see them bring in a different coach, like a different play caller. See those guys, see Zeke get old or something. Like, I hate to see that. I want to see, you know, I like good football. I think the Cowboys got a good squad.
I can't tell you like good football about who you root for though, but that's another thing.
Well, you can long way from getting old.
I root for. I don't know that. I don't know that at all. We see a running back change from year to year, but real talk. But you know,
could be like Adrian Peterson, live forever.
Could be.
All right, he might have another 10 years, or we'll see.
Could be.
Gerald, what do you know? You know.
Hey, I know two things, real quick. First thing is, I know that head coach out there, Arizona, better be counting his lucky stars because I think he's next. And the other thing I know is, they saying that they whispering things up in that Panthers locker room. They're saying it's starting to feel like 2015 all over again.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And, you know, so if this team starts to feel themselves, look out, because you know our guys play better when we feeling ourselves a little bit. So you know we'll see what happens.
Gonna be dabbing again in the end zone.
I don't know if we're gonna be dabbing, but we might be doing a little dancing.
Okay. Word. All right. On to some NBA really quickly before we get into trivia. I want to touch on the state of the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, obviously with LeBron gone, Ty Lue out of the picture. Mainly I want to do this because, you know, it's 2 weeks into the season. Kevin Love is already out for a month with an injured toe. If I recall correctly, somebody, and I can't remember who it was, honestly, somebody on this show said that the Cavs would be like 7th or 8th seed in the East once Bron's gone. Because Kevin Love could be a solid piece for that team. They already got the coach fired. You know, what is the current state of the Cavs, and can Kevin Love get
bomb squad? Got a bomb squad.
Yes, I do remember that.
Bomb squad. But, yeah, man. Bomb squad. I didn't even hear the question. I'm just screaming bomb squad.
Oh man, my question for you: Can Kevin Lynch be the piece they build around for that team?
Hell no.
Kevin Love. I'm sorry.
Love? You said Kevin Love. Yeah. Hell no. He can't. No, man. He's always hurt, and I think his confidence somehow has been shattered or something. Because he's the same guy that was in Minnesota. He's a different guy. I don't know what happened, but hell no. They better just stack draft picks and go through the draft. But the owner got his team back, so this is what he wanted. He fired. Yeah. Oh, so this makes you think now that Lue had to have been a LeBron move, right? LeBron gone, you getting rid of Lue, so this had to have been like a LeBron kind of pick, right?
I would think so. They're totally trying to wash their hands of that. You know, everything. Lue was a Bron guy. So, yeah, I would think so. Yeah. Yeah. Pooh, what's the current state of the Cavs? Can they continue to build around Kevin Love? I mean, they gave him the extension, so they kind of have to at this point. What do you think?
He just, man, he's a very, very good player, man. I don't think he just can't stay healthy, man. They have little talent out there. Hood's playing ball. I like the point guard, Sexton. I like the tall, the small forward. I can't think of his name. He's a good shooter. Can't think of the guy's name, but they have a nice, Osman. So they have a collection. Not saying of elite talent, but they have talent. Guys out there you can get on the court. So I mean, right. All right, he can get on. He can get on the court.
They got dudes.
Dude, I've been watching them, and I've been watching them for the aspect of because we always fuss and go on with Jay and other guys about Kevin Love, and we're saying Kevin Love can sit out there and still get it done. So I've been watching, for that aspect to see that can Kevin Love still get it done, and he's still been getting it done. But the Cavs, man, dude, they're not in that bad of shape. I mean, for people to say they have nothing on the court, I think they have something on the court.
I don't know what gives me that impression.
Gerald, what's the state of the Cavs right now?
I'm a Kevin Love advocate, so God, it sucks though because I really thought he was going to be able to be a 22 and 11 guy, and kind of be the centerpiece of that team. And I think he still can. I just being hurt, it sucks. But I hate it happened for him. The Cavs are in disarray though. Anytime you got to fire your coach, less than 10 games into the season, I mean, that's tough. I don't know who they're going to bring in to run that ship, but now their best player is hurt, and they lost Jeff Green. It's going to be, I think it's going to be tough sledding for them. But I still think there's a shot because I think the Knicks are awful. So I think they still have a shot to kind of find a way into the playoffs later in the year. But Love will have to come back and actually, he'll have to come back and mean business.
I think any reputable coach would be a damn fool to take this job out. Y'all see the thing about Rick Pitino trying to get back in the league?
Yeah, I'm gonna choice. You want to coach?
Yeah, you think this will be
no choice?
You think so? Oof.
And which Al, what's the state of the Cavs?
Man, I think they are
Bomb squad.
like the Kevin Love. I mean, the Kevin Love injury hurt. I think them firing Lou speaks to I want you the disarray. I think that comment speaks to leadership, and honestly, Lou never impressed me as the best of leaders when they were winning. So, yeah, I could imagine that someone said, yo, you not doing what you're supposed to be doing with this squad. Like, to me, to make that move at this point, that speaks to something you're not satisfied with. Coach. Like, it ain't about shake up. It ain't about, because they could have waited till the end of the year. They're not really expected to win this year. To me, they wanted to cut bait. So, that's worrisome. Because I wonder what's really going on with that team that he wasn't handling what needed to be handled. But I don't expect them to make the playoffs.
I know you ever been fired from a job and been happy. This happened to me before. I've walked out of there like, yeah. Fired.
Nah.
Wow.
I don't know how you can feel to me that's not. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe because he's getting paid. I get that. Maybe the contract guaranteed. But to be told you not doing the job well enough, I wouldn't smile. That's not
6 games in too. I
wouldn't smile. That ain't something that I take home to my family. Hey, guess what? You motherfucker said I ain't good enough.
I mean, I don't know if he'd be happy, but if I was he could probably be relieved.
Probably the reason we got rid of your ass.
Yeah. And I think they said it that he's just not a good fit for their current, that current roster, which I agree with.
That is a broken roster.
Yeah, it is. It's a broken roster, and I say this all the time. Like, Kevin Love's your best player, but Kevin Love can still be the best player on that team, be the best player on a 12th seed. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't really do you any good if Kevin Love is still your best player if it's on a horrible team. So I don't think
they have talent though. Like,
who? They got contracts. They don't got talent. I'm looking at the starting lineup. You got George Hill.
I know they're still like.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
George Hill is a good player. Rodney Hill is.
Those are not good players, man. Like, those are players. They are not good players. Like, those are players who
Rodney Hill is a good defender. Rodney Hill's a good shooter. I think once they have all this go, Osman's a good player. Now I think Kevin Love's a good player. Yeah, Osman's a good player. He there was stretches last year where he looked very, very good.
So what I'm saying, like, to be a good player in the league, you got to have more than. And Cedi Osman didn't have good stretches last year. Unless you mean stretches like 3 minutes in the third quarter here and there, not for games at a time.
And I'm not even arguing. But they're
games for games at a time.
They're 1-6, right? They're 1-6. They beat the Hawks tonight, right? So at what is your definition of good player? Like, so is this all lose?
That's what I don't get.
Well, they don't have any all-star. They don't have any all-star caliber players other than Kevin Love.
Say again, brother.
They don't have any all-star caliber players other than Kevin Love.
I would agree with that too.
And now that he's hurt, I mean, they just a team.
But with him, they was 0-5. Like, you saying it like they lost Love and they just fell apart.
Like, now look, man, they're all trying to find their new roles and et cetera, et cetera.
Roles they had last year. They suck, and they trying to get the best out of the little bit of talent they have. It's just that they're missing one very obvious large piece.
I wouldn't say they suck. Like, in terms of,
oh my God,
I don't think they suck.
So what's your definition?
What record do they have to get before we say, okay, they suck?
I mean, honestly, 1-5, it's still early in the season, right? So a season, 1-6. It's still early to say a team sucks. And why I say, it's bigger than the record, because I'm looking at the roster. To me, they have good players, so they don't suck if you have good players.
Yeah, they're not the Nets. Like, they're not the Nets from 2 years ago. Like, they got talent.
They are.
I really think they are.
We'll see. I think time will tell.
Yeah, it's early. It's time will tell.
So let's just do a different thing. Predictions for records, or even seeding. Would they be the third worst team in the league? You think within that group, or you think that they are a playoff team?
I don't think they're a playoff team without Kevin Love.
So with Kevin Love, you think
with Kevin Love,
with Kevin Love, I think they could be a playoff team.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm getting a lot of bets there though.
Could be.
So are they or not a playoff team with Kevin Love? That's a prediction.
I think in this East, with Kevin Love, they can compete for an 8 spot. They can be in the running. I'm not going to say they would make it. I'm not saying they would get home court. But I think with Kevin Love, they could compete for an 8 spot.
And your definition of compete is 9 or 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could say I'm gonna go compete for an Olympic position next year. I don't mean I'm gonna be anywhere close. I'm gonna compete for the 4x4 next year.
When I'm saying compete, as closer as y'all want to make it, I think they could be really close to being that number 18. Like, it would. I think they're as good as anybody else.
Do you get what I'm saying when you hedge? Like when you say they could be competing for really close.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying. But
I guess what I'm saying is, I wouldn't say they're a playoff team in that they're a top 7, top 6 team. That's not
playoff teams are top 18. Yeah, that's
no. And you know, Jay, the playoff team, that 8 seed, usually 2 or 3 teams competing for that 8th seed. And I'm saying they could be one of those 2 or 3 teams. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but what we're saying is asking you for a prediction. Like, if you're wrong, the sun will come up the next day. We just asking for a prediction. Are they a playoff team or no?
Not without Kevin Love, so no.
Not without Kevin Love.
With Kevin Love there.
With Kevin Love, we're asking. He's out for a month. So he'll be back. So with Kevin Love, they're a playoff team. That's what y'all saying.
Yes.
See, that wasn't that hard.
That wasn't it.
So let me ask you, Kyle, one question. They have the same record as the Wizards right now. Which you were about to coach a team? Huh?
The Wizards are a playoff team.
Okay, so I was about to ask a question. You answered. You would rather have the Wizards roster than the Cavs roster.
Yes. What do you mean? The Wizards have like 3 All-Stars.
Okay, but they have the same record. They're both 1-6. So okay.
Yeah, but that's not going. It's like I said, it's early. They
all right. Do they suck? You said Cavs suck because they 1-6. The Wizards are 1-6. Do they suck?
No, I said they suck because 1-6 is a part of it. I've also seen them play.
Yeah, the Wizards have a better roster.
Yeah,
I
can see
agree. They
that.
have a good roster.
I don't see anything with the Cavs. Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, I guess y'all wanted the Browns to keep Hue Jackson too. I don't know. I don't get it.
I want to finish the season. Yeah, it sucks to be in Cleveland right now.
It does.
But
Jesus.
I think
Baker Mayfield.
I'd rather the Browns roster than the Cavs roster. I think they got potential all over them, in my opinion. Browns. So you say no.
At the beginning of the year.
You say no.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking
about the Browns now. You say
I know. That's what I'm saying. Who said the Browns were a playoff? Who said the Browns were a playoff team before the season started? Obviously, he's wrong. And you agree, but the sun will come up tomorrow, and we are wrong.
Hey, and they still might make the playoffs.
No, hell no.
They're 3, 4, and 1 or something like that.
With or without Kevin Love, the Browns are making the playoffs.
Jay, let me ask you, like, of teams on the hot seat, NFL teams on the hot seat, which do you think the Browns? I'm trying to ask the question. Are they the best?
Bad team.
Yeah. If you're taking the head coaching job, is that one you would want?
No. Just because it's like I said this before the season started. Like, Cleveland has been drafting high picks for the last 20 years, and so they've had talent. But there's a reason why coaches keep getting run out of there every 3 years. One is because if you run a coach out of there every 3 years, whether he's good or bad, or they are good or bad, you're never going to establish anything. You don't establish any identity. You don't establish a culture. And if you keep starting over every 2 to 3 years. So once, maybe that'll change with the next coach. I don't know. But it's not a job I would want. Not if, I would. It's only 32, you know what I'm saying? So really, like, get what I'm saying? Like, it's only 32 of those jobs in the world, so it's hard to turn it down. But Cleveland will probably be the last of those jobs I would take. Oh, God. This guy.
The heck?
Hell no.
And he got the board too, right?
Yeah, and he got the board. Show gonna be 8 hours long.
Kid, what's your ass up, man?
Who's sleeping?
When we rolling with it.
I think we should go to trivia while we're ahead.
Yeah, man.
While we got him up, right?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Al.
Yes, sir.
My body different, B. Huh?
Sage word.
My body different, B. Yeah.
I was like, yo, what's that?
The kid said, "Who's sleeping?" Oh man, well shit. On that note, y'all ready for some trivia?
Y'all ready for some trivia? Oh boy.
Thomas Stevens, are you ready for some trivia?
I'm good, man. Let's go. Let's get it done.
All right, we'll make this really fast. Welcome back to Weekly Defy Life Trivia. Everybody's here, so let's get this going. Y'all already know the first one. By the way, I got officials in New York looking at this. I think Yo's been Googling, y'all, but we're gonna get to that later.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
That how that kid went through a whole trivia session
Thank
without
you.
getting one question wrong?
I did.
It ain't so.
No.
I did some testing on my own, and the numbers just don't line up right.
No.
Yeah.
It
Like,
ain't so.
I listened to the show this week at my desk, and I started Googling, and right after I asked the question, and right when the Google answer came up, that kid was
No.
I mean, like 9 for 9 on
It's ways around that though.
Yeah, it is. Yo, just to let you know, y'all boys in Staley and English land, we don't play that shit here in the Spotlight land. So if you get caught, you will be dealt with.
So we can refer to this as Google Gate.
Yeah.
Wow. Google Gate, though.
Google Gate has begun.
Don't try to use Bing from now on to throw us off. No, it's all the same. So, yeah.
Wow.
You are
I'm shocked.
So, I don't know. But let's get to it. We ain't accusing nobody of nothing, but we are. So y'all already know first category. Going back with it, 3 men in the squad. You know the rules on that one. Next one, sketch comedy characters. Went for the name of the character. Double points for the show they were on. Next category is fallen sports stars. We touched fallen sports stars last week, so I figured I'd make it a category. 1 point for single points for the name, double points for the college they attended. Next one is what's the next line? I give you one line of a hip hop song. You give me the next line. Single points for the line, double points for the song it's from. Last category is original sports team cities. Or I give you a team and you give me the original city they were from. You get double points if you give me their original mascot name. We clear?
Yeah. Let's get this.
I got 3 in the squad. Fallen sports stars.
Sketch comedy characters.
Sketch comedy.
All right. That cheater ain't on here this week. Finished second last week. Al?
I think I did.
Oh, Al won the Keyonne.
Yeah, I was second. 2 weeks in a row is number 2.
All right. Where are we going, sir?
Oh, I was basking in my number 2 glory. Let me go to Fallen Sports Stars for 30.
Fallen Sports Stars for 30. Okay. Let me write your name down. All right. Fallen Sports for Stars for 30. This left-handed slugger was a star with the New York Mets in the 1980s before falling victim to his own addiction to alcohol and cocaine.
Darryl Strawberry.
Darryl Strawberry. And what college did he attend, sir?
He didn't go to college.
That is correct.
Oh, all right.
Points. Yeah.
That was a trick question.
It was. He signed as an 18-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Right out of L.A.
That's right. Crenshaw High School. Crenshaw Mafia, baby. All right. Gerald Hedrick, you were here last week, so you go second.
Let me get Fallen Sports Stars for 30.
Fallen Sports
Huh?
was for 30, sir.
I mean 20, my bad.
20. Pro Bowl pass rusher for the Washington Redskins, who would later reveal that he could not read, was suspended by the NFL and ultimately retired after failing his 4th drug test.
LeVar Arrington?
That is incorrect, sir. Dexter Mann.
Man.
Yes,
Tecmo Bowl fan.
yeah.
He couldn't read?
I didn't know that.
No, he couldn't.
Yeah.
Alvin Glymph. Where we going?
Let me try the last of the Fallen Stars. 10.
Fallen Sports Stars 410. This Brooklyn, New York native was a high-scoring small forward in the 1970s. In 1980, while playing for the Utah Jazz, he was suspended by the NBA after testing positive for cocaine. He would later end his career with the New Jersey Nets.
Lloyd Daniels.
That is incorrect. Bernard King.
Wow.
I did not know that.
All right. Well, Fallen Sports Stars is closed. Tom Stevens, where we going?
I ain't even get to touch the sports stars. Let me get 3 men in a squad for the 30.
3 men in the squad for 30. First name is Samson Ebukon. Second name is Tyler Higbee. Third name is John Kelly. Samson Ebukon, Tyler Higbee, John Kelly. 10.
I know this.
9. 8.
I should have went for the 20, yo.
4.
I know this.
3. 2.
You don't know who drafted John Kelly, kid?
0.
Washington Redskins.
No, not even close, kid. West Coast. West Coast, kid.
Los Angeles Rams.
John Kelly.
Yeah, that kid got every preseason carry because they didn't want to play girly.
Yeah. John Kelly from Tennessee.
Nah.
All right. Keyonne Small.
We go with
Robust 60-point lead. Where we going?
next line for 30.
Next line for 30. All right. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. What's the next line?
I know this one. How come I never forget this one?
Oh, shit.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
I know the song.
2,
Fuck,
1,
I don't know, man.
0.
I don't know.
Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I want to get away, but I can't get far because the man with the total repossessed my car.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Al, where we going? I'm sorry, Gerald. Where we going?
Nah, that's on me. 3 men in the squad for 20.
Man in the squad for 20. First name is Sammy Coates. Second name is Christian Covington. Last name is Keyonne Fairbairn. Sammy Coates, Christian Covington, Keyonne Fairbairn.
Wow.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Houston Texans?
Houston Texans.
Houston Texans, yeah.
Damn! That was a god that
I was
honest
about to
guess.
say, just throw something out there. You might get it right.
Nah, I knew that one. Yeah.
Wow!
20 points, Gerald. You know any of your positions, any two of their positions for double points.
Oh wow!
Sammy Coates. Is that one of the things?
Yeah.
Sammy Coates sounds like he plays corner.
Sammy Coates
Okay,
is a wide
right receiver.
Oh, I knew he sounded fast. Sammy Coates sounded
Okay.
fast. So my bad. What's one of the other dudes' names?
Christian Covington and Kayimi Fairbairn.
Kavaimi is a lineman. He's an offensive lineman.
He's a kicker. He's a
20
kick.
points for you, Gerald.
He's a kicker.
Oh man! All right.
What the?
Teams for 20.
Original teams for 20.
I thought big name, big dude.
You do sound like one of the names with a big offensive lineman with a bunch of hyphens and the apostrophes across. All right. Original sports team cities again. One single points for the city, 2 double points for the original mascot name. Chicago Bears.
Where did they come from?
Yeah, what was their original city, and double points if you can give me their original mascot.
Yeah, I have to put, but I'll guess.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Let's go with Indianapolis.
That is incorrect, sir. Tom Stevens, you know this?
I don't remember. I think it's the Rudabakers. Nah, I don't know. Who is it?
Rudabakers. Chicago Bears, their original city was actually Chicago.
Oh.
They were the Chicago Staley.
Staleys.
I would have bet money that Chicago Bears are not even in Chicago.
Yeah, they were an original NFL team. One of the original NFL teams.
Okay.
All right. Tom Stevens, where we going?
Let me go with the 3 in the squad for the 10.
3 in the squad for 10. First name is DJ Chark. Second name is Barry Church. Last name is Avery Jones. DJ Chark, Barry Church, and Avery Jones.
I think that's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
DJ Chark is a wide receiver. I think Barry Church is a safety.
Correct, sir.
Okay.
20 points for Thomas. Okay. On board. All right. Keyonne?
Yeah. Let me go original city for 20.
That was Al's. Got 10 and 30.
Let me go original city for 30.
30. Original cities for 30. The New York Jets.
Fuck, how if I know?
That is incorrect.
Yeah. Same. I have no idea.
New York Jets. Al, you know this?
Been in New York. They're originally from New York.
They are from New York. You know their original name?
The Jets.
The Titans.
The Titans. I did not know that.
New York Titans. All right.
That's almost like the New York Giants. Maybe that's where that came from.
Maybe, yeah. The New York Giants started as the New York Giants, so I guess they wanted to be just as big and go Titans. So yeah, maybe.
Right.
You should, but not in our world. I know what you can get points for.
It's my turn anyway.
It's your turn, so you can get points on this question if you like.
That's right.
Where we going?
Let's go cartoon sketches. Oh no, you probably made that shit impossible. Let me go cartoon.
It's not cartoon. It's sketch comedy characters. So from sketch
let me
comedy.
go sketch comedy characters for 20.
Comedy characters for 20. This crackhead character made famous by his ashy lips and willingness to do anything to get some crack, including eating elk penis. Single points for the name, Single points for the name and double points for the show he came from.
The Dave Chappelle show is the show.
But that's the double points. I need the single points first.
Oh, man.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Crackhead.
1.
Crackhead.
No, Tyrone Biggums.
Tyrone.
Dave Chappelle. Alright. Al, where we going?
Shit. Let me try to hit it. Let me get sketch comedy for 30.
By the way, I was approached at work today and somebody came to me and said, man, who the fuck come up with y'all's trivia questions? So, just want to let y'all know. Oh, man. You said sketch comedy for 30?
Yes, sir.
All right. This female character, played by Dana Carvey, had a tagline that read, well, isn't that special?
Oh, yes. The church lady.
Church lady. And from which show?
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live. Yes.
Oh, my God. That was my favorite. Well, isn't that special? Yes, the devil. Yes. Okay. I'm back in it.
You are back in it. All right. So, Pooh, where we going, sir?
What do we have left, sir?
We have 10 on sketch comedy characters, 10 and 20 on what's the next line, and 10 and 30 on original. I'm sorry, 10 on the original sports team series.
Oh boy. Let me get 10 for the sketch characters. I probably don't know this crap. But let me
sketch
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, you're right.
Outwardly unattractive female character who made the saying "Ret to go" famous was played by Jamie Foxx.
Come on, Pooh, that's a layup.
9.
Played by Jamie Foxx.
Do I need to reread it?
Nah, you good. Wanda.
Yeah.
And which show?
Jamie Foxx. Wanda. What was he Wanda on?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, damn.
In Living Colors.
In Living Color, yo. Why? You know what almost came out of my mouth? The Wayans. But I was trying to think of In Living Color, but it wouldn't come out.
Well, they get 10 points out of it. All right. Yeah. Heading in, I think this is the last round. Heading into the last round, Keyonne was 60, Gerald was 20, Al was 60, and Pooh had 30.
Damn, I needed them points. Damn, I needed that double.
Okay. Let me go next line for 20.
Next line for 20. Into the fire, transform into the Ghost Rider.
Wow.
Fuck.
You're gonna kick yourself when you get it, when you hear it. Everybody knows.
Nobody know that shit.
Yeah. Everybody knows this shit. I guarantee you.
Start counting.
I see.
Yeah, what I counting down at, kid?
9,
Eminem.
8, 7. I know who it is, but you gotta give me the next line.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And into the fire, transform into the Ghost Rider. A 6-pack and a streetcar named Desire.
I was Method Man.
Method Man from Triumph. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, what the hell?
All right, Gerald, where we going?
It's the kids' turn. What we got?
We have, and by the way, Pooh, you will have the last question.
Okay.
Yeah. So Gerald, we have 10 from What's the Next Line, and 10 from Original Sport Cities, and yeah, see, we got 4 people, so we have an extra question. So yeah, so we got 10 on What's the Next Line and 10 on Original Sports Cities.
Man, give me 10 on What's the Next Line.
10 on What's the Next
No,
Line.
I need a. Well, I can't win. All right, yeah, give me the 10 on What's the Next Line. I like this subject.
All right. 10 on What's the Next Line. Mad question asking, blunt passing, music blasting.
Mad question asking, blunt passing, booty smashing. Booty smashing? That don't sound right. Mad question
Mad
passing.
question asking, blunt passing, music blasting. 10, 9.
But I just can't.
7,
But I just can't wait
6, 5.
because one of these honeys Biggie got the beef with. What the fuck is the next line?
But it
I
just
know the
won't
song.
fit because
At least Honey Biggie got this with.
Man, oh shit! I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah, I can't. All right, Al.
Cause that's a filler bar.
Give me original city, right? That's all that's left.
Yeah, Original Cities for 10 for the win.
I thought I had the last joint.
Nah, he lied.
No, I said we're gonna have an extra question.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Al,
I'm gonna get one of them Yoshi joints.
the Atlanta Braves. The Boston Braves. Yeah. Sir. That could have been a little tricky because they went to Boston to Milwaukee, then Atlanta, so it could have been tricky. So Al,
That's 80, right?
that is, yeah, Pooh, you can't.
Can't do nothing with it. Nah, cause all I had is 30. Yeah, it's all good.
You want to get one for shits and giggles?
Nah, I don't want to do nothing for fun.
Get that kid an extra question.
He's a quitter.
Nah, I'm not a quitter. I just don't do it for fun. It's no. It's
Do nothing for second place?
nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, there's no accolades.
All or nothing.
All or nothing.
Wow. All right. Well, congrats, Al.
Thank you.
Champion, sir.
And you know, I had to come back and claim my shit.
No. All right.
Okay, see how it is. We got Googlers and we got all kinds of shit going on. To my fans, I apologize. I haven't been with trivia. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm gonna get it back.
I got tipped off, Yosh, man. I don't know. Same dude that told me. He was like, man, I think that dude be goofy. I was like, oh.
Wow, that's crazy.
So.
No, can't be so. Can't be so.
Just hope Yoshi ain't got no flat footballs and a video camera on sidelines over there. I don't know. So we'll see. What you got for me, man? Hard shots.
Bro, let's see what you got. It's good to be back. You know, to spend this time with y'all, with all the craziness going on in the world today. It's just good to be with some good people and just have a little fun and have a voice. And speaking of have a voice, I'm really encouraged by all of the early voting that's going on. So that just made me feel good looking at some of the data tonight. But other than that, enjoyed it. And see y'all next week.
Absolutely. All right. Keyonne, what you got for me?
I don't got nothing much either. Just glad to be on and get ready for the game Sunday. Falcon, the Redskins. So on march to the Super Bowl.
Oh, you get to see Adrian Peterson up close.
Up close and personal.
Speaking of running for a lot of yards, how'd you do in the race last week?
worse than last year. It made me mad. I've been practicing for months. I did 33 minutes.
Okay.
I did 30 minutes last year.
Well, you're a year older. So.
That's no excuse.
No. I was trying to give you that. Thomas, what you got?
I guess I just want to hit up, shout out. Bullying is real. Please talk to your kids, recognize the signs. Let's get these young people the help that they deserve. Don't just blow it off and think, okay, Jim went through it, Joe went through it, all of us go through it. Let's definitely try to get the guys through the situations, because we don't want the situation to transpire to something fatal.
Absolutely, yeah. And on that note, friend of the show, faithful listener of the show, has also been a guest on Ballheaded Logic, Donald Kincaid. Wrote a children's book called Bullying Has to Stop. So go check that out. It's at DonaldKincaid.com. So definitely in line with you there. Gerald, what you got for me, man?
Yo, definitely feel that bullying thing. But the next time we talk to you guys, or the next time you guys hear from us, it'll be November the 7th. So November the 6th, man, is definitely that day. If you haven't voted already, please go out and vote, man. It is ultra important. If you just sick and tired of being sick and tired of seeing craziness every day on the news, or reading about it, even if you try to stay detached from it, you really can't. It's really impossible. We had an unprecedented event with bombs being sent and all kinds of stuff to two ex-presidents, and heads of, it's just been crazy. We had racially motivated shootings and things of the rhetoric. If you just want to begin to change that arc, definitely get out there and exercise your voice, no matter what that voice is, in the next week or so. So, I just want to give my part in job to say, get out there, vote, let your voice be heard. If they try to stop you, just find a way, vote absentee, find a way to get your voice heard. And if you're not messing with Defy Life, man, what is your life about?
Damn right. I'm with you on that, man. Yes, absolutely. Really quickly, I fell in love with 2 podcasts over the last few days. So I just want to share those. First one, thanks to the DJ Blaze radio show. Listen to you, Courtney and Be Easy. Great show as always, but they turned me on to the Caruth podcast. Have y'all heard of this? A dude from, I think, the Charlotte Observer is doing a series of just telling the entire Ray Caruth story in chapters, right? So as interviews of, people in both of their lives, people that were involved in, the police department, the FBI. So it's really compelling. So just telling the story of how they met all the way through, Ray, to now. So really compelling. Check out the Caruth podcast. Second one is the Gladiator podcast. Basically the same premise in chapters, just telling the story of Aaron Hernandez from his childhood to death. So again, with interviews and police officers, really dope as well. So I encourage everybody to check both of those out. Really, really in depth and a lot of stuff you haven't heard. Again, thank you, Bees, Courtney, for that, for turning me on to the Caruth podcast and Gladiator podcast. I just stumbled upon it while looking for other stuff to listen to other than Defy Life podcast on iTunes. So really dope. So that's all I got, man. Again, we got started late, so we kind of finished. Y'all wouldn't know this, but so we got started late. So a bit of a shorter show tonight. Hope y'all bear with us. But it's been dope as always, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to y'all next week. This has been episode 81 of the Defy Life podcast. Until then, Defy Life.
Defy Life.
Defy Life.
Defy Life. Ooh, now you can go to sleep.
Hey, Defy Life. My body different, B.